Today we're going to be doing a budget wheel spin challenge blindly.
And what we mean by blindly is we're going to build two awesome price performance gaming PCs, face them head to head, and not know what games we're going to have to play. Sounds a little scary, right? We'll tell you more about how it's going to happen after a word from today's sponsor. Shout out to Pork Bun for sponsoring today's video. Stay tuned later in the video where we'll be talking about Pork Bun and all the domain services they offer.
So we had this fun idea where Matt and I do a typical budget wheel spin challenge, except we don't spin any wheels yet. We just go buy our gaming PC parts knowing what games we could possibly get.
Essentially, we are doing gambling in today's video. Guys, don't gamble. But what we're going to be doing is there is no set budgets for this budget build challenge. Jackson and I can spend as much or as little money as we want on our PC builds, but the idea is we need to be able to prepare ourselves for any game that could end up happening on the wheel, and also we got to still have good price to performance. So one of us could build a $300 gaming PC, the other could build a $600 gaming PC, but if we launch a game that ends up requiring something the $600 PC has, Jackson, if he built that PC, would have a big edge over our budget PC, or vice versa. He may end up spending too much money on the esports title we're going to be playing.
So before we get to shopping, we're going to talk about what the wheel could possibly have at stake. So at 1080p medium settings, we're either going to have to play Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, CSGO, Rainbow Six X, Apex Legends, COD Warzone, or Oblivion Remastered. So we have such a wide range of games that can take so many different spec ranges that Matt and I kind of have baked in our head, but we're gambling then.
And once we decide what that one game is going to be, we'll also run our 3D Mark Time Spy score to get a cents per point calculation that'll calculate the price performance of our gaming PC. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get to shopping and part together potentially good price performance PCs, or will this be a disaster? We'll find out.
All right, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun because if you're into gambling, which I'm not really, but I love doing this type of gambling where it's like buying parts that may not work and stuff like that and trying to get them working. Hopefully today I'm not doing that, but I'm kind of just gambling on the fact that we won't have to play Oblivion. So let's just do CPU motherboard. So I'm looking for a CPU motherboard RAM combo that is good price to performance, not like this one here for $1,400. $1,400, that's crazy. This is interesting at 3900X with a B450 and 8 gigs dual channel. That's a weird, it's a low amount of RAM for that combo. This one's a pretty decent deal. 0% feedback though, and I feel like these are a little more than I want to spend. 7700K, Z270, 16 gigs. The only downside is, the 7700K, basically like an i3-10100, which I don't think is, it'll work fine in some games, but I feel like I want to see a little bit cheaper than that. And honestly, I don't really know if I want a full-size board just because it's going to make everything else more expensive. i9 combo. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Come on, give me something really good. Give me a good deal. This is like close, but it needs, I would have to buy more, like a kit of RAM. It's like these combos always have a caveat with them. Let's just try like a 5600X. How much can I get one of those for on eBay? You're crazy. You're actually crazy. What's the cheapest? Let's just do like a B450M. So really it's just the question of, can we get a cheap enough motherboard that's actually Gen 4? So I could always just do this one and just skip the Gen 4 performance. Let's just see, so 16 gigs of DDR4. Pretty basic looking case, but hey, it comes with the Gigamax power supply. Oh gosh, I'm on 3 cellars, getting too complicated. I feel like a 1660 would probably be plenty. How much can I get one of these for right now? Oh, it literally has artifacting. Why would I want that? Man, $85. That's, so we're just gonna do a 512 gigabyte NVMe. That will be plenty for whatever game we have to download. That's not bad. $377.75. It's gonna be a pretty aesthetic build. The GPU is gonna be a little small, but hey, that's okay. We can live with that. We're gonna be able to play every game on this list except Oblivion is going to be tough. I know we're not going to be able to play Oblivion past probably about 40 FPS at medium settings, maybe less than that even, especially if we have to do ray tracing, because this is not an even RTX card. It's not even an RTX card. So if we do have to play ray tracing, I don't even know if my build would be able to do it technically. I am going to kind of hedge my bets here that we're not going to get Oblivion. Hopefully maybe Matt either really overdoes his build to where he's ready to play Oblivion and we don't get it, or he really underdoes his build and undercuts mine in cost, but then suffers in performance. Once again, guys, we're betting men today, so I'm gonna go ahead and check out my parts and pray. Guys, someone freaking stole my 1660 Super. So basically I was in the checkout like right after I just ended that last clip and it was already bought, so dang it. But I could not find another super card that was like $80. So for 100, so $20 more. I'm not, it's like 15, I think more. Hopefully it's okay. But it's a 1660 Ti 6 gig, which I think for the price will be much better. God, it looks like it's like burnt. You know, maybe that's why the price is the way it is, though. It's just because it's had a lot of time of gaming and not mining, right?
Okay, guys, it is time for me to do my shopping for the PC build challenge. Now, just my thought process with this whole thing, the odds of it being an incredibly demanding game like Oblivion Remastered are very low, but it's possible. So I do have to keep that in mind, but I don't want my PC to be so budget that it's going to be impossible to run that game and I automatically lose. So that is 100% a gamble. So I'm kind of looking at the like $450 to $500 range, and we're gonna try to stick to mostly used parts because I think that's where the best value is going to be 100%. So let's start with like Ryzen. So like I'm thinking like a Ryzen 5 like 3600. I think something very traditional for my CPU. It's sitting in my drawer, worked when I stopped using it, selling as untested just in case. This is a gamble right here, guys. This is what I call a gamble. Let me look at... Okay, I'm not doing that. Those pins look a little rough. Never mind. This one looks good. Okay, 60 bucks. I'll take it. Let's look for a B550 motherboard. Whatever size I can get, I'll go used. Is there anything like really cheap that I'm just like, can't... Ooh, the K-board for $69? I think I can get away with 16 gigs of DDR4. I don't think I'll need 32, but we can opt into a little bit more if we need to. So 1 terabyte Gen 4 NVMe SSD. Budget option. We'll go KLEVV, the KLEVV CRAS. Now, graphics card. I'm gonna do a couple options here. I'm gonna go to Jawa because even though they're a sponsor, I will say recently Jawa's GPU deals, there's been some good ones, especially from the Jawa store. That one's not bad, 6600 XT, but please read. So there's probably something wrong with it because I'd like to keep this build under 500, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be like right at 500. Let's go with the Thermaltake Smart BM3. We'll go BM3. I'm going price performance. I don't care what this thing looks like. I'll be real with you. Am I just gonna have to go is weirdly enough, the H3 Flow seems like the better deal. And I don't want to run any adapters. I want everything just to work. So what are we at now? CPU. Oh, we don't have a cooler. I don't have a cooler in general. So 5600, we'll get rid of this. I think this is gonna be way better price to performance. Now let's get a new total. We are gonna be over 500, but I think this was a good move. Because GPU wise, I don't think I'm gonna be able to go up $30 to get me a much better GPU. 542.47. I like 542.47 for my price. So we're gonna run with this. This could be a gamble. Jackson could have gone really, really budget, and the game that we get is really, really budget, and his price performance may be better. But if we play Oblivion, I like what I got for 1080p medium settings, at least getting close to 60 FPS. Close. Not fully getting it, but close. McAllister, I'm not done. I'm going back in. I had a last minute change of heart. All right, I was just getting ready to hit checkout, then I was like, maybe I should just check Newegg real quick for case. Yeah, let's just go. This is price performance. $40 to save ourselves another 19 bucks. $521.98 is my final total. Now let's do this.
Now that Matt and Jackson have finished shopping, let me tell you about a crazy deal brought to you by today's sponsor, Pork Bun. Pork Bun is the #1 domain registrar by USA Today from 2023 to 2025. And right now, Pork Bun has a special low price of less than $6 for the first year of your next .app or .dev domain name. Whether you're launching a mobile app, sharing developer documentation, or showcasing your portfolio, .app and .dev domains are professional and relevant from day one. Powered by Google Registry, .app and .dev domain names are also on the HSTS preload list for heightened security. This means huge benefits for you and your site visitors. Plus, every Pork Bun domain comes with loads of freebies, like SSL certificates, whois privacy, URL forwarding, and hosting trials. With deals like this and a support team run by real people 365 days a year, it's no surprise Pork Bun is the #1 domain registrar. Big thanks to Pork Bun for sponsoring today's video, and if you want to get the first year of your next .app or .dev domain for under $6, click the links in the description down below. Now, let's get back to that video.
So Matt and I got done ordering our parts and they're on the way right now. So there's no going back. We can't change anything. And so now we can actually spin this wheel.
And the funny part is we don't know what each other ordered. So we're just gonna see, you're gonna get our reactions because you know what we ordered, and hopefully it's not too bad.
Oh, I'm gonna start recording it. You wanna do the honors?
Yeah, Fortnite Marvel Rivals CS, I'm assuming you mean 2, CSGO.
Yeah, I could go. I'm getting old.
Rainbow Six X, Apex Legends, Oblivion, and COD Warzone.
Back in my day, we called it CSGO.
And we have to both play the game, right?
Yep, so it's a very fair challenge. There's no ifs, ands, or buts here. Medium settings, 1080p.
No!
Are you donezo?
I don't think I'm donezo, but...
Will you go to launch it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be able to launch it. It is Oblivion Remastered. Bench Marcus is in everything nowadays. Like, he's here. He's right here. He's even here. Jackson's now Bench Marcus. Mikhail's have fun editing that.
I'm just already thinking about, like, I went overkill because originally I was trying to do like cheapest,
Yeah.
you know? I did not do cheapest. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. All right, whoever's build gets here first is gonna get built. Let's cut to that. All right, guys, after waiting for everything to show up, we finally have my parts. I'm gonna go over them really quickly. You saw me shopping, but only very briefly due to the edit. So we're gonna go over everything we have here and how we're going to potentially conquer the game we just figured out, Oblivion Remastered, which I think is the worst possible option. First up with the CPU, we have the Ryzen 5 5600, which I'll go and grab a knife here and open it up. We bought this used, and this was like a last minute audible. I remember shopping. I was gonna go 5500, but the more I thought about it, I was thinking like, maybe I'll get a very CPU bound game, and the 5600 with the extra L3 cache actually makes a pretty decent difference over the 5500. And this one looks like it's in pretty decent condition. Let's see, as long as the pins are not totally violated. Open her up, look at the bottom. Okay, those look pretty fine. Some of them looked a little weird, but no, we're good. We're good here. 5600, we paid a grand total of 92 bucks on eBay for it. The motherboard's a great deal. This is the Gigabyte B550MK. I picked up for $69 on Amazon. Really good deal, by the way. But this board doesn't have ARGB and everything, which we'll talk about here in a second. I went with a very basic case, so that won't be a problem. And for the RAM, I went with 16 gigabytes of RAM, which might end up being a little bit of a problem with Oblivion Remastered, but we'll see here in a second. This is the Vulcan Z 16 gigs, 3200 megahertz black RAM, which we paid a grand total of $35.99. I was trying to keep this pretty value, but also didn't want to go so cheap that I wouldn't be able to run the best game. So we'll see how that goes when it comes to RAM usage. And then for storage, I went with a KLEVV CRAS. CRAS, right, Jonah? CRAS, not Kraus. CRAS. I went Gen 4 because I had a 5600. Now, is this the best price to performance decision when we're like penny pinching here? Probably not. I could have gone Gen 3. I could have gone less storage, because really all I need is the amount of storage I need to download the game and play it. But they're so cheap. I just went ahead and did it. And you guys don't give me props down below if I lose the challenge because of this. Now, I did have to get a cooler because my Ryzen 5 5600 did not come with one. But of course, if we're going to get a cheap cooler, we're going to go with the IDCooling SE 214 XT. It's the cheapest option that looks the best, and it's all black. It's like 17 bucks. I mean, you can't complain too much. And even with the cost of these two, I think the upgrade to the 5600 was definitely worth it over the 5500. Y'all know this power supply. It's Segotep. It's a GN650 80 plus gold power supply. You can go on Amazon for around $50 to $59, depending on the time of the video. I paid a grand total of $54. So decent price performance. There's a lot of options for MSI you could go with, but for this build, I just want to keep it simple and go with what I know. I'm a little all over the place with the order here, but we're going to talk about the graphics card next. We have a 5700 XT, which at the time of shopping, I was pretty disappointed with how much I paid for this graphics card because the options were very limited, and also I have a history on this channel of these challenges, buying something that doesn't work. So I decided to pay for something that would work, and we paid 150 bucks for this 5700 XT, which when you're talking about like the RX 6600 being well over $200 now, even on the used market, this isn't too bad of a buy, but it should be enough. Should be enough to launch Oblivion Remastered. But now that we know that there's a game with ray tracing required and this card doesn't have the ability to do that, I'm gonna start questioning things a little bit, and we may be hoping that my price performance is good when it comes to 3D Mark. And lastly, for the case, the Zalman T3 Plus. I just needed a case that was gonna be very budget, migrate TX, and at least had a fan in it, which I think this one does have a fan in it. But $39 for this case, it does the job. I just wanted something that would fit everything for this build. And all in all, spending a little over 500 bucks, about $520 for this PC, I don't think it's the best price performance option, but I'm really betting on that 5700 XT carrying me in 3D Mark because it normally is a really good center point performer when it comes to building a PC on the AM4 platform. But I'm really scared about Oblivion Remastered. I don't know what Jackson did. I don't know if he went super budget or went higher end. We're just gonna find out. Let's build my PC and then we'll get to testing. All right, I've built my PC and I think it works. So, you know, that's a good start, right?
Oh, you think it works?
I think it works. I mean, it turns on, so I haven't plugged it up to a display yet, so, but I mean, I think it works. So here's my build. How's she looking? How's she looking? See if you can guess some of the parts in this build.
Did you do Zalman combo, or is this just...
So I just did the case.
Oh, okay.
Just the case.
Okay, so we got a Zalman case. You did the classic. You got rid of the sticker, so I have no clue where Jonah did. I don't know what the power supply is.
It's not much of a spoil. Look at the top of the trash can over there.
Segotep?
Yep.
Oh, Segotep 650.
Classic.
Okay. 5700 XT, so you weren't using the on the GPU.
Yep, I did.
You have 2 sticks of RAM. It's 32. 32 or 16?
I only went 16.
16?
16. I'm starting to regret that a little bit after I know what game
You
we're
have a
doing.
B550,
Yep.
so I'm gonna guess you got like a 5500 or something like
5600.
that. Oh, so you got Gen 4 support for that GPU.
Gen 4, a little bit more L3 cache. I was debating between the 5500 and 5600, but I figured spend the extra. I think it ended up being like 20 bucks to go 5600. I think that would help me out in some newer games.
And then you have a 1 terabyte Gen 4?
1 terabyte, yes, which I feel like I didn't need to get. I could have got a little less for the whole challenge sake, but you know,
Probably
1 terabyte. It's called morals, all right? 1 terabyte.
It's funny because, yeah, originally, and I think my build, you guys will see kind of a similar trend. I was going for like the cheapest build challenge, but neither one of us really went cheapest because of the whole unknown factor.
I went a little higher than that. Mine ended up being about 520 bucks after everything.
520?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, you're definitely going to launch the game. I mean, you might actually do this.
I might.
It's still going to be hard to run, though.
It's going to be really hard to run. No ray tracing. That's going to be great.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm scared to build mine now because I feel like mine, I don't even remember the specs. I just feel like it's a lot worse.
Just remember the specs.
It's been a while, okay? How long ago did we plan this? Like 3 weeks ago?
July 7th. So it is July 25th. So it's been several weeks.
I don't know what I bought.
Several weeks.
All right, guys, I'm a little scared because Matt's build, it's a good amount better than mine in my opinion, but I spent a lot less. So my build was $392.77 before tax. Starting with the CPU, I went with the Ryzen 5 5500. Now the main differences are, they're both 6-core 12-thread, but the 5500 does not have Gen 4 support and it's a lower clock speed. So my GPU and my storage, which I don't even think this motherboard is Gen 4 anyways, they're gonna run in Gen 3. So there could be bottlenecking there. I'm not too worried about it. I did just end up, I forgot I got a tower cooler because I bought a combo. That's why I thought Matt got the same thing as me. So my 5500 was 66 bucks, by the way. That's why I bought that. That's insane, isn't it? Pretty good. That was Amazon too. We're gonna talk about my combo real quick because it's kind of all in one. I bought a case, the Zalman T3 Plus, which, is that the same case, Matt? No, it's not the same. Yes, it is. Oh, it is? The picture makes the front panel look perforated. I don't know why. So that was $95, and it also came with the cooler, which is, okay, so I found my cooler. It's the Zalman CNPS4X in black. Now, it's not like a full-size cooler. It's actually like a 92 millimeter, I believe, but it does use the little AM4 clip mount, so it'll work out good for this board. I'm just glad. If I had Intel, this would be like a nightmare to install probably, but it was $0 because it came with my combo. And the last part of the combo was my power supply, which is over here. Zalman Gigamax 600 watts, considered to be like a C-tier power supply. It's not modular or anything, but all black cables. It's not a bad power supply. I think it'll go pretty hand in hand with Matt's Segotep. So 95 bucks plus the $66 for the 5500. I felt pretty good about that. I mean, I'm like, this is some good combo pricing here. Now my RAM, I got on Amazon. I remember that, right? Because I went, there's a reason I checked. I checked recently. 16 gigs Teamgroup T-Force Vulcan Z, and it should be CL16, 3200 megahertz. But then this showed up, and I was like, what is this? Because I was like, I don't remember buying used RAM. I haven't actually like fully opened it. I just took it out and saw it, and I was like, oh, this is my RAM. This was shipped by Novatech Solutions LLC on Amazon. This should have been new, and I thought I bought sold and shipped by Amazon, but I guess I bought from a third party. I have no clue if maybe this is new RAM, and some companies, what they'll do is they'll buy RAM kits for like servers, where it'll come with like a big tray of RAM, and you save money that way. So then they'll take these and they split them up, and they make a few extra bucks that way on each RAM kit. So let's see if this actually looks new. I think it's new, but yeah, some 8 gigs right here, so we got 16 total, CL16, 1300 megahertz, yeah, not bad stuff. But I think the reason why it probably came like that is I paid 31 bucks for it. I guess that's probably about average, so yeah, I don't know why they ship my RAM like that. Now for the motherboard, I saved some money, I think, over Matt. So I know he got a B550, I got this. This is an ASrock B450M HTV revision 4. I paid 70 bucks for this board. That is really cheap, and that was new too. Now to be fair, I don't know if I was looking on like Amazon a lot for boards. I think I might have gotten this on Newegg, but once again, I don't remember. It only has 2 RAM slots, it only has 1 4-pin for the CPU. Like, it's about as cheap and basic as it gets, but for my build, I don't think I'm really gonna lose much performance running in Gen 3, which, speaking of Gen 3, my GPU, which is the other important part, I spent $100 on. It was a 1660 Ti from eBay, and I have not opened it yet. There's actually packing peanuts all over it. Originally, I had a better one picked out, but you guys will see my struggle. I remember when I was going to check out, it literally said someone had bought it while it was in my cart, and I was like, gosh freaking dang it. I had to spend a little more to get this one. Wow, this card has been used. Look at this, I don't know if this heat transfer on the metal there. Oh, look at the backside too. Yeah, this thing's been, I don't know if it's been hot or what's gone on with it. It might have been a mining card, but it takes a single 8-pin connector. Let me make sure this actually is, it's 1660 Ti, Zotac model. Fans feel decent too. This thing's gonna need a good blow off, but obviously part of the challenge is I probably shouldn't, like, I'm not gonna replace thermal paste or anything, so I'll just blow it out. Storage, Kingspec, 512 gig. I paid $30.77. I think this one could have been Amazon or Newegg. I think they sell them on both. I wanted to keep it cheap. I didn't want to go Gen 4 because why would I do that? And I know going 1 terabyte, not going 1 terabyte saved me some money as well. Jonah says that this is the exact same case that Matt has. I believe him. It was a part of a combo, so I didn't really have a choice. I wish I could have gotten like one of the combos with like the P10. I really like those cases, but $95 for the combo, this is what they would give me. And my build altogether, once again, $392.77. So I saved almost $130 from what Matt did. I'm curious what the price to performance is gonna be, because he should have a good amount better performance, but I have a good amount better price on him. I definitely think I'm not gonna reach the goal, but price to performance, mine could be better. I think you're gonna notice that we look like twins.
Oh boy, what's that mean?
Well, we have similar looking
We're not gonna meet the twin accusation. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's the same case. Well, look at that little baby cooler. It's so cute. All right, so what we got here?
Zalman combo.
Zalman combo. So you went with the power supply. You got the Gigabyte, the Gigamax power supply. We got a Kingspec SSD. What size is that, John?
512, Gen 3.
Okay, nice. RAM, 16 or 32?
16.
16, okay. A B450. Oh, so you went AM4 also. What did you get for your CPU?
I got a 5500. I definitely went a little more for the trying to make it as cheap as possible.
That's true. The price performance with the 3D Mark score, it looks like you're doing pretty good. So GPU-wise, I feel like I could guess this. Some sort of 16 series GPU. Because that's just meta. That's the way to go. Is this a Super or a TI?
TI.
Ooh.
Titanium.
Okay, TI.
And so the best part is my build was $392 before tax.
Ooh, okay. So this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna struggle in Oblivion.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna struggle in Oblivion. But that 30 mark score, that'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting. And then what, did we ever decide if there's a tiebreaker?
I don't really know if there's a criteria. I think the big thing would be 3D Mark score, cents per point, and then how many FPS we're getting at the same exact settings in Oblivion, which is medium 1080p. If yours is getting like triple the FPS, it's like, okay, even if my 3D Mark times by cent per point's better, Matt, still wins, obviously. But if you're only getting like 10 more FPS than me,
and the simper point is significantly less, then you would still say yours is probably the price performance option.
I'd
That makes
say
sense.
so.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, now that we built the PCs, let's get good old bench Marcus loaded up on these computers and see the FPS difference. Will they launch? Let's find out. Oh, here we go. Oh,
God, escape McAllister. Let me talk to old buddy. This looks why does it look so bad?
Okay, what settings? This looks like okay, something's upscaling right now. This is not right.
All right, guys. So we're in Oblivion. Oh, resolution's set.
That's why.
Dude, the slider is laggy.
Oh,
Okay, guys, this is gonna be really bad. Let me make sure everything else is
medium FXAA.
no upscaling.
Yep, that's right. Oh,
Actually,
better.
I mean, it doesn't look good, but
Yeah.
it's surprise. Well, sorry, it looks good now. It's laggy, but I thought it was gonna like lock up there. It didn't.
So yeah, 1080p medium settings with no upscaling is what we had to do.
Which I am going to, for your all's sake, I'm gonna try to run the game how I normally would, but as of right now, I kind of like, there's like not pressure right now, because normally it's like I'm trying to reach like 90 FPS, which I knew I wasn't gonna do. But really all I'm just trying to do is, we know Matt's PC should run this a good amount better, but if he only gets like 15 more FPS, I'm gonna say I might have a little bit of a competitive edge in the price department.
Yeah, well, let's see what 3D Mark ends up being. That'd be the big test, the simp per point, see what that ends up being towards the end. But
I feel like you'll probably get a lot more FPS though. You should.
But the key thing with the 5700 XT is the ray tracing.
That is true, although this card probably ain't much better for
No,
it.
it's probably not much better. It's just a matter of like what is the ceiling with both GPUs when they both don't have the ray tracing support.
Dude, this was fun because we both gambled. I gambled a little harder.
He gambled full.
I was a risk taker.
He was hoping for like CS or something really budget.
Yeah, so it seemed like pretty consistently. Let me check this one more time. I'm gonna say like 25 to like 30 FPS. Not a whole lot of fluctuation, not a lot of like lag spikes either. It's kind of surprising actually, because some of the nicer pieces we test have like big lag spikes. Latency's horrible. The latency is hitting like almost 40 milliseconds at times. All right, I'm curious. I'm curious. So let's do, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lower the render scale to like 75. And then
We're gonna do double resolution scaling. So we got 75% render scale with some FSR.
We don't have frame gen, of course. I'm trying to reflex too. Why not? I don't even.
No difference.
It definitely feels smoother. I'll say that much.
It does, but we're still looking at like
30.
I think it's it could be the ray tracing aspect of it.
Yeah, it's funny because the GPU's like not even going up to like 100% now. It's just like kind of chilling. But yeah, all right. The cool part is it played the game. If you did want to actually do this, I guess like in theory,
That's what low does. It's
low, yeah, that's true. Lower
So
than
medium. The medium preset, I mean, we run on some higher end
God.
PCs. Whoa, let's go ultra.
I was like, oh.
Because that turns global illumination down to low. Oh, it's getting there. It's an improvement, but not much.
Yeah.
We're at 40 FPS.
I think the end all be all, but I don't want to break their recording, would probably be just going down to 720p and then maybe not even doing upscaling, honestly. And I think that'd probably get you like 40.
Yep.
Yeah, I would think so. But all right, so anyways, 1080p medium settings, I was looking like 25 to 30 FPS. Let's see what Matt's PC can do.
Let go. Okay, guys, we're loading into Bench Marcus, the legend himself. Here's the save right here. We are running the same settings, which we'll verify once we get in. But we gotta see, what is the gap like here? I have a slightly better CPU. GPU should be a decent amount better, but we're also talking a build that's over $500, $550 versus Jackson's, which is a little over $400. So, and we're talking after tax, not pre-tax total. So we'll see what the price performance is like here and see if this non-ray tracing ready GPU can do any better. Or are we just gonna be that limited because of the forced ray tracing in this game? We'll see. All right, so let's verify the settings here real quick. We're at 1920 by 1080. We have 100% render scale, uncapped, medium preset, FXAA with no upscaling, and we are getting 40 to 50 FPS. Oh wait, we're getting better.
Climbing.
We're climbing. We're almost to 60, ladies and gentlemen. 60? We're almost to 60, guys.
Oh, we hit 60.
Hey! This is performing a bit better than I expected with this GPU.
Yeah, it's actually, it looks like I could play like this.
Yeah, you could definitely play like this. Medium settings, 1080p. We're not doing any upscaling, so for those who hate upscaling, I mean, this is what you get. It's looking like the 5700 XT is definitely utilizing, and I will say, one thing we didn't mention during the last one was VRAM, because we're at 7.2 gigs right now, versus the 1660 Ti, which only has 6.
Yep.
So could have been some VRAM limitations as well, which could be causing some performance loss.
I think overall, the 1660 3060 Ti is gonna be closer to like your RTX like 3050. This card's gonna be a lot closer to something like, I would say a 3060 probably, like 3060 Ti even.
Yes.
So it's a good amount more performance just in terms of raw hardware.
Yeah, and I think we'll see what FSR does with this. I think FSR might help us out a good amount to staying at that top 60 FPS. Or we might deal with the same situation with Jackson's where we will not get any more additional performance just because of just it not having ray tracing.
He's dancing around.
I'm dancing on him. Come here. Get out of here, Jonas. I can't have you here. Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Are they going to help me? Help me. I can't die. Ah!
Benchmarkers cannot perish. Look, he just looked at you.
Oh, thank you. Jesus. Yeah, take them out. Don't worry about that. Okay, so now that they're dealing with that, let's mess with some upscaling. Again, Jackson showed you how he would set the settings. This is how I would run the settings on this. Let's go to FSR, and we'll just try balance for right now. Performance definitely give us a lot of visual
You can do
problems.
frame gen with this. I couldn't do that with mine.
And even this, I mean, it is definitely blurrier. But now we're pretty good 60 FPS. In a scene where we were getting dips into the 40s, now we're hitting 70 FPS. So if you want a little more performance, even at 1080p, this looks good. I will try FrameGen just for the fun of it, because FrameGen is unlocked on this GPU.
I don't know what FrameGen will do on an older GPU. Like,
oh, yeah. Oh. Don't worry about benchmarking. Don't jump. You still got more benchmarking to do, benchmarking. You cannot jump. So we'll see what FSR3 FrameGen looks like on this thing. Hey, let's go.
That's so crazy.
Gotta love me some FrameGen.
This game just responds to FrameGen so well.
Yeah, even this old GPU, we're getting 100 FPS.
And it looks good.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, we'll go down here where the redness the redness disappears, because it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. But we'll go down here and walk around and see. But yeah, I mean, again, but if you're playing a game like this, it just adds to the overall smoothness. Or you could just get rid of all the upscaling and everything whatsoever and still get close to 60 FPS on average on medium settings, or run low if you want to. 5700 XT, very capable. I think I paid more than I probably should have for it, and that'll be the interesting thing in the price performance calculations when we do 3D Mark, what ends up being the better value overall. But it's still cool to see this older GPU is holding up quite well. Oh, we're getting new loading. I haven't walked this way.
Benchmarkus has never seen this path.
I don't think
before.
he's walked this far. He's like, what is this?
He yearns. You're too young, Benchmarkus. No.
All right, guys, it's time to run 3D Mark. Let's figure out the center point for both of these and wrap this video up real quick. Very interesting challenge with 2 different price points of budget PCs.
So we just did 2 Benchmarkus runs, and we got our twin PCs here. They really do look so similar, minus the coolers. And, you know, it kind of is to be expected. Matt spent, how much was the total difference?
Yeah, so the price difference was pre-tax, we're doing pre-tax, $521.98 for my PC versus $392.77. So quick maths, 120 something?
Yeah, 120. McAllister will put the actual number on screen. We don't do math, we do YouTube. It's interesting to see how much more performance Matt was able to get, especially if you're okay with doing a little bit of like upscaling. So once we put on FSR, mine did nothing. Mine did not really fix the game at all. I was still getting like 30 to 40 FPS. But then once Matt turned on FrameGen 2, he was getting over 100 FPS. So I do have to say that there was some big advantages with spending a little bit more on his GPU. But I guess for the budget kings out there, the people who just don't have more than 400 bucks, mine's still a pretty cool build. But I'm gonna have to give this win to Matt this time, because I gotta say, I think both builds played the game, but his definitely played it a lot better.
And lastly, thanks again to Porkbun for sponsoring today's video. Pick up your domain today by using the links down below. Before we wrap this all up, let's talk about our 3D Mark scores, which actually ended up being a tie for the most part. If we went down the decimal points, we probably would see a difference one way or another, but we both ended up with 6 cents per point. My score being a score of 9,335, with Jackson's being a score of 6,378. And I will mention one thing, and it's a comment I've seen a lot. A lot of people who are building budget baller PCs like Jackson's, which is under $400 pre-tax, they are probably not spending 60 bucks on a new AAA title game. They're probably playing Fortnite, CS, and other esports titles, and maybe some slightly higher end games sprinkled in, but they're not spending that much money on games because they're not spending that much money on their PC, so they're probably focused on those games that are easier to run. And in that regard, Jackson's is really good for that. Good price performance for those lower end titles, and if you want to step things up, it does show. Spending even just $100 more at these low budgets does make a pretty big difference. And also thanks again to Porkbun for sponsoring today's video. Use those links down below to get your domain today.
So we want to know down below what you guys think about this gambling concept, where Matt and I had to kind of shoot in the dark and build our gaming PCs, and of course we got the highest freaking in game. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Now both of these little Johnsons will be for sale at PCBros.tech, and Matt will tell you about a special discount code.
I'm supposed to know that? I'm supposed to know the discount
You know,
code?
you just pull deep from your heart.
Use code ToastyBros on checkout on this PC, or a bunch of other PCs. We're always stocking PCs on PCBros.tech. Use code ToastyBros once again to save 3% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
You can take Joan on a date.